Have you ever found yourself struggling at impact where your head is coming up, your hips are coming forward, and then inevitably you have to do the dreaded flip of the club like this to be able to even hit the ball? Well, did you know there may be a missing move in your backswing that contributes to that loss of posture and having to flip? We're going to go over that in this video. Okay. Oftentimes when we give lessons, we see that people are too much trying to get the club around their body with their arm motion only. In other words, they take their arms and they don't really rotate their trunk, and they're trying to get the clockwise motion and get it back here. But when you haven't rotated the trunk, as you do the weight shift, your hands will be about here on parallel coming down. In other words, my arm is pointed pretty much to the flag. And at this point, I'm going to have to really struggle and bring it into my body. And I do that by standing up. Okay, that's very, very common. All right. Now watch this drill that you can do. I'm going to take my hands and just lift my arms in front of me. Now I'm going to leverage my left external oblique and rotate my ribs. Now you can see my hands relative to where my stance is. I've gotten much deeper than if I just move my arms only. But when I do a proper body rotation, now they're deeper. So through the transition, now as I move to the left side, my left arm is going to be pointed now to the right of the target. Let's look at this on a couple of tour swings, and you can see this motion where it's the rotation of the trunk through the oblique that gets your hands to the proper depth at the top of the backswing.
Let's first look at this iron swing with Patrick Cantley. So as he does his turn and lift, look at the logo on his shirt and the buttons there on his shirt, how they turn. That's the left external oblique that's rotating those ribs. And you can see the depth that the hands go to there at the top. And then after he's done the transition and the arm is now basically parallel to the ground, you can still see that the gloved hand comes about even with the right pec. And the lead arm at that point is pointed out to the right of the target from his perspective. So as you've done an arm rotation, the arms are more on the right side of the body here. But with this lift and turn, those hands are still in front of the body, but plenty of depth. And that depth is maintained. Consequently, he doesn't have to flip at all. There's a fantastic impact. Now let's look at Xander Schauffele with the driver. We're going to see basically the same thing. Look at the logo on his sweatshirt as the ribs are turned from the left external oblique. The hands are still in front of the trunk, but the trunk is rotated. You can see that right elbow. It's basically still in front of his torso there. You can see the depth of the lead hand. And then as the lead arm gets parallel, just like we saw with Patrick, that is more with the right pec, not with the left pec. The left arm is pointed out well to the right of the target line, and consequently now he's got all this room that he can rotate those arms. He doesn't have to stand up and flip, but he can have a very nice fluid rotation through impact. So using that oblique to turn the ribs is something iron, driver, imperative that you do it.
We can help you do these things better in your golf swing with our online swing review program. There's a 14-day free trial. Just click the link in the description below or in the iCard above, and you can get started today.